So it's worth taking your time just to build up a nice texture. With all the colours on our building, it looks quite interesting, but it has a slightly harsh, ever so slightly toy-like look about it. And to tone that down, I'm going to apply a colour wash using this mid-brown colour from MIG Productions. It's an oil paint broken down with some white spirit, or mineral spirits as it's sometimes known. And you can see it's really just a stain. There's no real paint in there. I'll start by applying the wash in vertical streaks, because we're trying to suggest that this could be rain, staining, just general grime. Remember, this is a city building. It's going to be pretty grimy. You can just work this material over the surface of the model, streaking it down, always moving vertically, keeping it natural. And because this is a spirit-based wash, this won't attack the acrylics that we've put on, because they're completely different materials when it comes to their solvents. Our overall coat of this now just goes all over the model until we build up a nice film of grime. Now, we have to dry that off. I'm going to leave that. This particular model comes with a really nice set of printed signs. I'm actually going to go for this white one up here. This is not a sticker, this is just printed on very thin paper. So I'll use a gel type super glue to actually fix this to the model. The bricks on our building look slightly raw still, so I'm going to use some MIG pigment to apply over them to simulate the mortar and also a general build-up of dust where they've been broken apart. I'm using MIG Pigment's European dust here and some Humbrol enamel thinners to make a paste. And that appears to be a very dark brown mix, but actually that will lighten to a pale sandy colour. You don't have to be particularly accurate with this. In fact, it helps if you do overlap the edge slightly because it helps to blend that in. Just work the dust paste into the brickwork, making sure it goes between all the gaps. The next building I'd like to take a look at is a modern design like this block of flats. Typically, this kind of building would be constructed from breeze blocks, concrete and maybe reinforced steel girders. This is a pretty generic design, but it's typical of many modern structures that may be found in the Middle East or the Balkans or any other modern conflict. This particular kit is cast from plaster and therefore is pretty heavy when it's all built up. A lot of the details are all integral, like these metal shutters, balconies, etc. I'm actually going to represent some serious battle damage to this, and I'm going to break some of this balcony away, and I've actually left the front of the balcony off completely. I'm going to use a pair of pliers and I'm going to try and break this corner off and make it look as realistic as possible without taking off too much material. Here it goes. That's not too bad. Don't want to go too deep. You can snap a bit away here. It's actually behaving itself reasonably well. So we've made our initial break, but it does look a little bit too clean and clinical here. So I'm actually going to use this very, very coarse file just to tap off this sharp edge and make a small scale looking effect. The idea here is to create lots of small chips which look more scale. We have real world cracks which we don't want, we just want it nicely, finely chipped up. And you can even take this back slightly to represent where some of the surface concrete was splintered away when this fell down. The damage we're trying to represent here could have been a hit from a tank shell, and when that happens there's lots of other small that'll probably do for the brown. Now I'm just going to put some Tamiya flat black straight into the airbrush cup. Thin it with a little bit of their acrylic thinners. My lazy and quick ways of mixing is to put my finger over the end and let it bubble through. Then we have a near black mix. There's a little bit of brown remaining in the cup. And it's onto the model with this. What I want to try and do here is keep the black in the centre and allow the brown to remain up the edges.